First thing you want to do is take off the display panel. If you look to either side of the panel, you'll see these tabs that can open up that will reveal a screw that you can unscrew and take out. Once you remove the screws, you can pull out the display panel, and behind it you will find two harnesses, one connected to the dryer and the other connected to the washer, which you'll need to carefully remove. Next, you'll need to take the top plate off of the dryer. You'll notice there are 7 screws all in total that you'll need to take off to get that plate off. 3 in the front, 2 in the back, and 1 to either side, closer towards the rear. Once you have removed the screws, you can take the top plate off by first lifting it from the rear of the dryer and then pulling it towards the back so that the tabs that are engaged in the front can come undone. Next, you'll need to take off the front face of the dryer, including the door. In order to do this, you'll see there are 2 screws on either corner that are revealed once you take off the top plate. The front face assembly of the dryer, which includes the door, has a hinge-like mechanism in the bottom. Once you have taken off these screws, you should be able to tilt the front face forward as if you were opening an oven door. To do this, you'll notice that on the top there are 2 tabs that you'll need to unhook, and as you lean the front face forward, there's a harness behind that you'll need to watch out for. Once you have carefully unhooked the harness, you should be able to lift the front face and remove it off of the dryer. Next, you'll need to remove the bottom plate that I have circled here. In order to do that, you'll need to separate the washer from the dryer. So there are a few screws in the front and the back that you'll need to remove. To separate the washer from the dryer, you'll have to remove the 2 screws on either corner in the front and 4 screws in the back. You can now take off the 2 screws on the either end of this plate that's holding it on to the dryer. Notice that the screws are only on the top ends of this plate. On the bottom ends, you'll find a hook and slot mechanism. You can remove this plate by gently pulling it forward and pushing it up to disengage from the slot. Since the dryer is disengaged from the washer, you can gently push back on the dryer to lift it gently so you can pull this plate off easily. Once you have removed this plate, you should now have enough room to get your hand inside and make the change from gas to propane. The conversion itself must be done by a qualified plumber. So in this video, I'm not condoning that you do it yourself, and if you do so, you do it at your own risk. The setting for propane requires this valve to be adjusted by turning the screw clockwise until the gap between the nut and the washer in the bottom is 0. Next, you'll need to unscrew this orifice and replace it with the proper orifice meant for propane that is specific to your dryer. In order to access the orifice, you will have to remove the pipe, which is attached by 2 screws as shown.